You know that feeling when you see a car that just looks like it could win a street race, but then you check the specs and realize it's basically a toaster with an engine? Yeah. That's what this list is all about. Today, we're talking about the muscle cars that betrayed us. The ones that promised power, speed, and glory, but instead gave us disappointment, embarrassment, and a monthly mechanic bill. These are the top 7 worst muscle cars ever made. And if you've ever been scammed by horsepower numbers, or tried to show off only to stall at a red light, this one's for you. Now don't get me wrong, I love muscle cars, but these are the ones that missed the gym and showed up to the fight with spaghetti arms. 1. 1974 Ford Mustang II, the Pinto in a tuxedo. Let's rip the Band-Aid off with a painful one. The 1974 Ford Mustang II. Now the OG Mustang? Legend. Muscle car icon. Everyone wanted one. Then Ford hit the panic button during the oil crisis, and what did we get? A Mustang built on a Pinto platform. That's not even a joke. This car was basically your aunt's grocery getter trying to wear a leather jacket. It was smaller, heavier, somehow, and packed a V8 that made, wait for it, 140 horsepower. That's right, 140. My grandma's SUV has more power than that today. Also, it looked aggressive from certain angles, but it had the heart of a hamster on anxiety meds. To make things worse, Ford marketed it as a luxury compact. Bro, pick a lane. Either you're a muscle car or you're a wannabe Eurocruiser. Don't confuse people. This car was the equivalent of a washed-up rock star trying to go vegan and start a podcast. It's just sad. 2. 1980 Chevrolet Camaro with the Iron Duke, the Duke of Disappointment. Next up, Chevy's betrayal. The 1980 Camaro Iron Duke Edition. This thing looked like a beast. Long hood, fat fenders, low stance, like it was ready to eat Mustangs for breakfast. But open the hood, and you'll find a 4-cylinder Iron Duke engine. Yes, 4 cylinders. In a Camaro, the Iron Duke made 90 horsepower. That's less than a base model Honda Civic today. This car was all bark, no bite. It was like watching a WWE wrestler scream into the mic for 5 minutes and then tap out in 10 seconds. Sure, Chevy had excuses, gas prices, insurance hikes, emissions laws, but this wasn't a compromise, it was a surrender. Camaro fans deserved better. Instead, they got the equivalent of a pizza with no cheese. 3. 1978 Dodge Aspen R/T looks fast, drives like depression. The Dodge Aspen R/T. On paper, this should have worked. R/T badge? That usually means something special, performance, handling, street cred. But this was like putting an R/T badge on a refrigerator. The Aspen was Dodge's attempt to offer a sporty version of a very forgettable car. Under the hood, a 318 V8 with just over 140 horsepower. It barely outran its own rust. The handling? Think cruise ship. The ride? Like a trampoline on bad shocks. And the build quality? You could hear this car fall apart while driving it. What's wild is the Aspen R/T came with racing stripes and graphics, like it was trying to cosplay as a real muscle car. You ever seen a Halloween costume where someone just tapes on fake muscles? Yeah. That's this car. The only thing R/T about this was regret/trash. 4. 1976 Pontiac Ventura. The muscle car nobody asked for. Pontiac had legends like the Firebird and the GTO. So what do? They gave us the Ventura. This car had the styling of a tax accountant and the power of a motivational quote. It came with a variety of engines, but even the V8 options were underwhelming. It handled like a shopping cart with one stuck wheel and sounded like someone clearing their throat. And here's the kicker, they tried to market it as a performance car. Some models had stripes, badging, even a spoiler. For what? A car that couldn't outrun a milk truck? It's like trying to enter a UFC match after 2 yoga classes. The Ventura wasn't offensive, it was just pointless. And in the muscle car world, that's a crime. 5. 1982 Ford Thunderbird Turbo Coupe, turbo in name only. Let's talk about the 1982 Thunderbird Turbo Coupe. On paper, this thing sounds awesome. Turbo, coupe, sporty styling. In reality, it was like promising fireworks and handing someone a sparkler. The turbocharged 2.3L four-cylinder made 145 horsepower, but felt like it took 30 seconds to actually kick in. The turbo lag was ridiculous. You'd press the gas, wait, sip your coffee, answer an email, then maybe get a hint of boost. By the time this thing got moving, your race was already over and your opponent was 3 blocks ahead. Also, it was heavy, like real heavy for a car with no power. It handled like a whale in rollerblades. It wasn't terrible, but it was a massive letdown. The name promised so much and delivered so little. 6. 1977 AMC Matador Barcelona, the midlife crisis special. Oh, AMC, always the underdog. And sometimes that dog ran into a wall. The 1977 Matador Barcelona is one of the weirdest muscle-adjacent cars ever. Let's start with the looks. It had weird curves, strange proportions, and opera windows. Why? Tried to be a mix of sporty and luxurious, and failed at both. You can't combine cheap materials with gaudy styling and expect magic. The V8 engine? Meh, it was there. That's the nicest thing I can say. Handling. It floated like a sofa on a bouncy castle. Interior? Beige on beige with fake wood. It looked like your grandma's basement. This wasn't a car for speed lovers. This was a car for people who thought mid-range mediocrity was a lifestyle. 7. 1980 Plymouth Volaré Road Runner, When Legends Die. The name Road Runner used to mean something. The old Mopar Road Runners were stripped down, brutal, loud, and fast. Then came 1980, and the Volaré Road Runner. It was like finding out your favorite action hero is now doing soap commercials. This car had none of the fire, none of the guts, and none of the attitude. Just a chunky body, underpowered engine options, and plastic bits that faded in the sun. Even with the graphics package and fancy stripes, it couldn't hide the truth. This Road Runner was running nowhere. The name Road Runner deserved burnout smoke, roaring engines, and quarter-mile glory. Instead, it got stuck behind station wagons. So there you have it, 7 of the worst muscle cars ever made. Some had bad engines. Some had good engines in bad cars. Some just had bad vibes all around. But all of them remind us, a muscle car isn't about the badge or the stickers. It's about the feeling, the roar, the pull, the raw, unfiltered connection to the road. Take that away, you're just selling dreams on 4 wheels. Got any more cars that deserve to be on this list? And that's for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Got thoughts, questions, or video ideas? Drop them down in the comments. I read every single one,